Hello traders, John at StockBookie.com. Today we're looking at the SPY, the IWM, the Qs, the DIA, the IYT, the USO, the UUP, and the GLD. We follow the daily, weekly, monthly time frames, and we use technical analysis here at StockBookie.com. So the last couple days on the SPY, the Qs, the IWM especially just blast off. We knew we hit some support in here. We knew the elections were coming up. So as this was coming down, we've been covering shorts. If this were the tank on the Trump news, we would have covered more shorts. But even though we popped up on the news of the election and the Trump win, there were still some stocks that were weak that we covered our shorts. We covered STZ, ISRG, Baidu, and a couple other ones. And as this thing's moving up again, guys, what do? We start adding shorts again. We almost got the gap fill here. We did get the gap window. Hold on here. How far? Yeah, gap fill is right around 218.55. The high was 218.31. We've been scalping stocks. We've been day trading stocks. It's been great, guys. I hope you've been following me on Twitter. I haven't done a lot on YouTube. I think I might go live tomorrow, but well, I'll see. You know, tomorrow might be a big down day, hopefully, because we've been adding shorts and we've actually started adding some puts too as well. And puts, like I said in my live stuff, I'm looking for $500 to $1,000 gain, and I'm out. I'm done. I'm not messing around. We did cover DPZ today, or not cover it, but we sold, or at least I sold my puts on that. I'm still on share size, and that thing's coming in real nice, but that will be another video. All right, let's see. So the daily, we pop up, we kind of chop around. Volume's been really great, so I think this could be possibly making a top in here. If you are long in the SPY or any stock right now that's been rallying up like JPMGS, start taking some off the table. The smart money's distributing into these up move, guys, just like Amazon, Google, Facebook, Netflix. What do you think happened there? All the smart money's out of those stocks, and as those things are falling, all the little guys either buying a dip, or the guys who should have sold 50 bucks higher, they're all like, whoa, what do I do with Amazon now? Smart money's out, guys. Smart money's been distributing here all this time. We move down, we pop up, and again, the people who didn't get to distribute up here, they're starting to distribute up here as well. The bottom line is, if it gets above 220 here, then it could possibly move up. But if this thing starts to pull back right now, I would be very, very careful if you're long in these markets. Of course, that's my opinion. And only time will tell, guys. So, but the thing I'm looking at, this trend line here, and actually we could probably go back, but we got above it. We possibly will close above it tomorrow on a weekly. I want to see confirmation on a weekly. I want to see this thing next week above 220 and ripping up. If it does not, then look for more downside. But again, each and every day gives us a piece of the puzzle, technically. So who really knows until tomorrow comes. The IWM, same thing. We pop up. We're coming back into the highs. If you're not short the IWM, start shorting it. If you covered down here like we did, we're starting to add more up here. You just got to keep rinsing and repeating, guys. Don't be afraid of these markets. Look at the IBB. That's like a Christmas gift there. Start adding here. If it gets to 300, the IBB, you add more short there. If it gets above there, then you got to think about stopping out. Got to give these things a shot. So again, came back in really nice, and the IWM, this thing was leading the way down pretty darn good. But again, we just missed this. I'm surprised we bounced up on this, but again, the SPY started going, everything started going, and look at the volume in here, guys. I think we're getting a blow-off top on here. We did fill the gap up in this area today, couldn't make it above, and couldn't close above it. So, you know what? Tomorrow's going to be a big one. Let's see if we could get above this 125.84, then a little more upside, I'm thinking, a double top. If it doesn't do that, I think we're coming straight back down. That's my opinion, guys, but we'll see. Weekly, if we close up here, I want to see it close above the 125.84 next week, and I want to see more conviction volume like this, pushing this thing up. And then I'll possibly be a believer that this thing can go higher. And if it does, guys, like I said, I'll be adding more shorts up there. It's hard to catch all these moves up and down, and to go long here, I don't know, going into Trump and it's almost like the smear campaign. Everyone's scared to death that he's in there now. But at the same time, they kept saying the market was going to tank, the market's going to tank. So you know how many shorts got stuck down here, and they're all just getting the heck out going, what is going on? So all the shorts that are covering's making the markets go up. And then all the shorts that are covering, they're buying the market because now they're hyping it up. And a Dow-led rally, guys, not good. And again, IWM was lagging. It's kind of leading now the last couple days. I'm still not a believer that these markets are going higher. Let's talk about the Qs. Man, Q's been getting hammered. Looks like a little bit of rotation out into possibly the bank names, but you're rotating out of stocks into stocks that are at all-time highs, if not at highs. How do you do that? How do you at this point, if you're trying to do a rotation and get into other sectors that are possibly going to get killed, you're going to get smoked. Right now, tech's on. We had NVIDIA earnings going up. We added short after hours on that one. I'm holding overnight, and I'm gonna ride this one. It's more in my short-term account, so let's see if we can get $5-10 out of this thing, and I'll get out. I do have a swing trade on that. I am underwater in NVIDIA, but I'm holding it because that monthly chart. I'm going to do another video on the high flyers. I'll show you exactly what I'm saying. But let's get into the Qs. Gosh, you know what? The Q's not leading. We'll get into the DIA, but the Q's not leading. That's not good. And the SPY kind of chugging out. The IWM's pretty good, though, because that's business in America, so I'd expect that thing to go up with a Trump win. But yeah, so we closed above the 50 MA here. We got above to the 750, and bam, straight back down. We're holding this little bottom here. We held that. We almost filled the gap this morning when this thing was tanking. Let's see how this thing sets up. Maybe inside bar, more selling, or do we get a Friday sell-off tomorrow? You know what? We'll see. We'll find out tomorrow. But man, what irrational markets, guys. You have to be very, very careful with these markets. But right now we have a down move, inside bar. They tried getting it above here on the weekly. We'll see how this thing closes. For me, being bearish, I want to see it close below the 20 MA. If we get that, then we'll probably look for a pattern going sideways and possibly more downside on this one. Again, pretty good volume in the Qs as well. DIA. DIA, new all-time highs, guys. Unbelievable. It's even the headline now. It's the headline on CNBC. Everyone's talking about it. The hype's getting on board. You got to hurry up, buy at the highs. It's going to be great. Maybe 190 even number. We'll see how this thing reacts tomorrow on the daily. We do have some pretty good volume the last couple days. Like I said, I think it's a blow off top. Big volume, sucking all the retail traders in here. Now euphoria starting to kick in. The Trump rally, it's going to be great. Told you so. And, 2 weeks ago, they were scaring everyone to death. If Trump wins, we're going to get a spiraling down thing. Everybody went short, so I'm thinking a short squeeze rally. Now the retail traders flipping it. The hedge funds got screwed. The smart money's still short in these markets, guys. And they're heavy short on the Dow, on the NASDAQ. The SPY and the Russell, not so much, but they are short. But yeah, this only time, guys. It's just a matter of time before these start coming in again. Sorry, guys, I'm a little excited today, jumping around with the DPZ and the NVIDIA. Nettie's getting smoked, another high flyer. SCO's starting to go up again. The USO's coming in. Oh man, there's a lot of stuff going on. Had a couple great scalps today on StockTwits. Hopefully, some of you guys got that. Oh man, so let's see. I'm thinking maybe 190. If this thing doesn't, basically if you're going short here, if this thing gets above 190, you stop out. If you're not short, start going short the DIA or the Dow. The Qs maybe a little bit late on those. The IWM you could probably get in again, and stuff like that. All right, let's go to the IYT. This is another one too. IYT's just ripping on volume. This oh my gosh, this was a lagging indicator for a long, long time, and they're trying to get this thing up, guys. They're doing whatever they can. We're hitting these pivots up here. We have another pivot up here around 156. But guys, we're running into some turbulence here. So just be really, really careful, as well as we ran into the 750 retrace today, and that's pretty much where it stopped. Did we get to 155? Yeah, 155 even number too. So we added more shorts on here on our swing trade account and short term. I added some share size on this one. Hopefully get out of it for $1 or $2 tomorrow, but we'll see. If it goes up, I'll add a little bit more. I have a short-term account and more of a swing trade, month hold, 2-month hold, couple week hold. But if this one pulls back, I'll take my one off, but I'm going to keep my other one on because I'm still thinking we can get back down into this area if the markets really start to sell. Again, this is still a lagging indicator, but they're trying their best to get out. The Federal Reserve, Grandma Yellen, they're trying to push, squeeze the shorts. Everybody went short. Hedge funds, everybody. But remember, we talked about this bullish pattern. This thing better start ripping, but we went right into resistance. 151 was good resistance. Let's see what happens on the weekly close. If this closes up in this area, I want to see more follow through on the following Friday, in my opinion, before this one moves up. Period. Let's get into the USO. Remember, everyone was bullish on this one, guys. They got everybody sucked in. RBC upgrade, everybody upgrading it up here. It's going to 70 bucks a barrel, and straight back down. Bearish pattern below the MAs. This one's setting up to go lower. I've been telling you guys it's going to go to 928, and then I think we're going to double bottom down here eventually. The markets start to dump, that's where we're going, and I'm thinking we could possibly go lower. What they're going to do, all the longs that got in here, they're going to flush them out to the point where they're going to turn their trade. They're going to go short, and right when they're going short, this thing's going to pop like no one else. So just be careful with this. We are short the USO and long the SCO, and we have quarter positions, and we're letting them ride. All right, so right now we're into some support here. It is consolidating in a bearish manner. I'm thinking we're heading down. We'll see. If the markets start heading down, this is heading down with it. Weekly close. Tomorrow will be Friday, so we will close on the weekly. Let's pull this one up. So weekly, again, we were above the 50 MA to 20 MA, never confirmed, rolled over right back down into here. So now we're going to see what's going on with this one. If we come into this trend line and this low pivot, we'll have some support there. If the markets start dumping, I really do think we're going back to double bottom. But you know what? One day at a time. I will be a buyer of this one eventually long. I have to wait for the nice setup and see where this one's going. So just be careful in the USO if you're long. UUP. UUP moving up again. Another head fake. Again, everyone was going long. Oh, and then they were hyping it up. How high can the dollar go? It pulls back, fills the gap. Boom, takes off again. So this one's going up. Oil's dragging down. And gold is coming in as well. We thought we missed the gold trade, but not right now. Let's see if the dollar shoots up more. Again, we're into good resistance up in here. Let's see if we can start ripping up some more. If that does, it's going to be good night, guys. Lot going on here. I'm pretty hyped up. Trading's been great. Going to do a live session hopefully tomorrow, and then start make some more money, or start to make some more money. But on the weekly dollar, check this out. Look at that nice pullback. Almost, man, if you weren't long the dollar, I was waiting more, a little bit lower, fill the gap, and then pop right back up. But it was close. But here we are again, right at the top. So I'm looking more upside. I'm still thinking the dollar can go to the 26.49 area, up into that area. I mean, we'll have some resistance, 26.13, but ultimately there. And if it gets through that point, geez, you better look out. Then you got some pivots up in here, then ultimately up in there. But you know what? One step at a time, like I always say, guys. But ultimately, we're looking bullish on this one. Let's see if we could continue up with some follow-through. Let's get into the GLD. GLD came right back in like we talked about. Well, let's go to the daily first. Jumping around, guys. Sorry. Got a lot going on. My head's like spinning right now. Just trying to figure out where these markets can go. So we had a nice bearish pattern. Everyone was short in here, thinking it was going down. They popped it up, got everybody out. Everyone went long, and then they're shaking them out again. We're coming right back to here. We've been saying for weeks, 115.71. And man, if we could get down here to 1240, 110 area, that would be a blessing. We're going to start loading up down in here. But maybe on this one, let's try to maybe in this area 113.50 or so. Let's take it, slow and steady, guys. Hopefully you didn't hop on board here on the Trump news and all that crap. Patterns will tell you everything. Let's go to the weekly. Weekly was an inside bar. They brought it up, retraced it up to the top, and boom, right back down. We're holding the 50 MA. Let's see where we close tomorrow. That's going to tell us a lot more on the gold trade. All right, guys, I'm going to make another video on the high flyers and some earnings plays and the Qs coming in. So please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow me on StockTwits. I also have a Twitter page, too, that I throw trades out on. We're killing it lately. Let's make some more money. And thanks for watching my videos. God bless. See you on the charts.